Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am your host, the #1 Vikings fan extraordinaire, Adam Boyer. Thank you so much for coming back, watching this video today, and visiting the channel. We are trying to hit 500 subscribers by June, so if you'd consider subscribing, it would be awesome. I know I'm kind of launching the video and asking you to do that, but our subscriber count's kind of been, kind of stopping. So, if we could get that to shoot back up, that would be awesome. But for now, just enjoy this video. Today's video, it is more way too early predictions. We covered the NFC West. We are now going on to the NFC North, home of the Vikings, Packers, Bears, and Lions. Without further ado, let's get started in the video. Starting off, we have the Chicago Bears. What do I say about the Bears? Honestly, I feel like the Lions have more reason to be optimistic than the Bears, other than the fact that maybe the Bears might have found their franchise quarterback. Maybe. Justin Fields didn't look super promising, but Mac Jones was the only rookie quarterback last year that did. He had a terrible offensive line. Not a ton of defense wasn't awesome. Not a ton of offensive weapons. He struggled, but it's to be expected. So, the Bears I have going 5-12. With a ceiling of 8-9 and a floor of 3-14. So yeah, as you can see, at best I have the Bears being average, not making the playoffs. I just don't think, the Bears have a ton of talent. I was looking at their depth chart, and just the lack of talent really did kind of astound me. So unless they can do something really good in the draft, the only reason that I'm even optimistic the Bears might get 8-9 is because we have not gotten the draft yet, and there could be one more big trade, maybe. See if the Bears have a rabbit, in their hat. Number 2, we have the Detroit Lions, also at a 5-12 record, with a ceiling of 7-10, a floor, though, of 2-15. Now, they do have the lowest ceiling in the division and the lowest floor, but the Lions, I feel like they're finally turning a corner. I love Dan Campbell. I think he's a great guy. Seems like a really good head coach. So, yeah, the Lions, I can see them, doing maybe not quite as well with the Bears as far as ceiling goes, but 7-10 is not a bad record, certainly better than last year. However, 2-15 I do think is the floor, but I have it being right around the middle. 5-12, I think the Lions are going to get a lot more, well, I don't know if you can say a lot more, but at least a few more wins than they did this last year. Again, they're not a ton of talent there, but they got some young guys that can make plays, and, I think Jared Goff might even, I don't think he's a franchise quarterback, but he's a really good bridge quarterback. He looked pretty decent last year. So, yeah, I do think the Lions have reason to be optimistic, especially if they can, maybe next draft, snag their franchise quarterback. Number 3, we have the Green Bay Vikings. It's the Green Bay Packers, yes. I wanted to keep y'all on edge there for as long as possible. I do have the Packers coming in number 2 in the division with a 10-7 record. And here's the thing. Packers lost to Darius Smith. Granted, that did not hurt them last year. But they lost several guys in free agency. Their wide receiver core is a mess. Devontae Adams is gone. I don't know what they're going to do. Now, just because the Packers are the Packers, they could be really good. And they have Aaron Rodgers, obviously one of the best quarterbacks in the game, ever to play the game, I think. So I have them at a 15-2 ceiling. I think they can beat just about anyone just because Rodgers is such a great guy and they usually put together a pretty good team. Could be really good, and they do have the highest ceiling and the highest floor. Like I said, a 10-7 record, 15-2 ceiling, 8-9 floor. I almost gave them a 9-8 floor, so they almost had a winning record as far as their floor. I do not think they'll go 8-9. That's just like the very worst I think they do. They could very well win more than 10 games. That's just, and again, these are way too early predictions. It's so hard to tell. I'm sure I will do more, more accurate and closer predictions once the season rolls around. Long way out. But yeah, we're just trying to have some fun, look at the records for these teams early on. Probably not going to be super accurate. And number 1, we have the Minnesota Vikings going 11-6 with a ceiling not as high as the Packers, but a 14-3 ceiling, a floor of 7-10. So, yeah, the floor and the ceiling is slightly lower than the Packers, but their overall record is one game better at 11-6. I do have them as the division winners here. I do think with their new head coach, a new coaching system, and new front office, Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, all of them, I think they could be the division winners. I do think they have the capability to be maybe a super team even. I think they're going to be really good. Their offense is going to be on fire. I don't know how anyone's going to stop their offense. It really just comes down to if they can improve their defense. And so far, I think they've done that. But we're looking to the draft, hoping they get a cornerback, and he can play well, and we can fix up the secondary, maybe even fix up some of the run-stopping issues. We did get Jordan Hicks. Lots of reason for optimism in Skull Land. So yeah, there are my predictions for the NFC North. Comment below, let me know if you do agree with them, and like the video if you enjoy. Let me know if you want to continue to see more way too early predictions, and as always, if you do have a video idea, I'd be so appreciative if you'd comment it, and if you give me an idea and I use it, I'll give you a shout out in the next video. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. I am the Vikings fan. Please subscribe again if you are new. Thank you very much for watching. I'm out of here.